My name is Lisa, and I would probably have considered myself a perfectly normal person probably about 6 years ago. I didn't feel like I had any issues, mental health issues or anything like that. And then I had my second child. I had him in 2016, and having him changed my entire life. Like, not just because I had a child, but because somehow having him changed the chemistry in my body. From there forward, I struggled with anxiety, I struggled with panic, I struggled with, depression sometimes just because of those particular issues. And it started from like literally weeks after I had him. Like I remember crying on the couch because I didn't want my husband to leave me alone with the baby because I was just scared. Like I had fear and dread all the time. I went back to work. I'm a teacher from maternity leave, and I couldn't function. I went to my primary care. She put me on anxiety medicine, and that kind of helped. I mean, it did, but I don't like taking medication. And so I ended up, through the years, struggling through it. I found some coping mechanisms that helped me, but it was every day. It was highs and lows. It was things that I was doing. But I mean, it wasn't particular things I was doing that would trigger me. It was normal things that normal people do that wouldn't normally trigger you to have an overwhelming, like, out of control anxiety attack. You know, going to the tire store and getting tires put on your car shouldn't cause a panic attack. And I couldn't control it though. The problem is when I started getting anxious, most people can kind of go, okay, I can come down from that, but I couldn't do that. Like it would just shoot me over the top and I would just go into like utter fear and panic mode. And I just dealt with it. Like then there was COVID during that time, and having anxiety and COVID at the time, like I lost a tremendous amount of weight. I couldn't eat. I couldn't keep things down. Things just went right through me, and I just dealt with it, finding my own coping mechanisms. And one day I was again complaining to my sister, and she had come to Dr. Baxter for some things in the past and had found success. And she said, why don't you try them? And she had said that to me about a year before. And I was like, he can't help me. Like nobody can help me. This is just life. And because that's what my primary care told me. She's like, this is just it. After COVID, we're all just going to have to struggle like this. And so finally I said, might as well try it. And so I called Dr. Baxter, and I came in for the appointment, and he said, well, let's run some tests. And so he put me through the whole spectrum of tests. And when I came back, he said that I did have several issues. I had some imbalances in my body that I needed to take some supplements for that would create balance, because the imbalances were creating my body to go into panic all the time. And so he put me on 3 different supplements that have completely changed my life. Like, he listened to what I was saying, and he gave me the supplements that I needed to be able to get those things fixed. I just can't say the words to say how much he's totally changed my life. Like, I was completely different 6 years ago, like through those 6 years. And now I'm not scared anymore. I don't have panic anxiety anymore. I started the supplements, and probably within about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, I started noticing some really dramatic changes. And then, I came in for my checkup, and he said that one of my supplements, or one of my supplements, wasn't where he wanted it to be. So he upped it again, and it's been even better since then, since Christmas. So I have only been on the supplements and coming to Dr. Baxter since August. So it's only been, I guess, 8 months total. But I feel like a completely different person. Like, he has totally changed my life. And so if you are struggling with anxiety or panic, or you just feel like you have no hope left, like he will listen, and he will run the tests, and he will find the answer to the problem that you have. So I would highly suggest Dr. Baxter for anybody who is struggling with issues like that.